Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another Factorio episode. Now, in today's episode, we're gonna be picking up where we left off last time, and that is we need to increase our coal production substantially. So the first thing that we're gonna do is make sure that we have enough equipment on us. I'm actually gonna grab a few more. Definitely need more belt. And while we're here, I do want to do one thing, and that is move this setup. So right here we have a very fortunate thing where we can uh, have both steel and stone bricks. I'm just thinking, let's actually, I'm gonna sidetrack this a bit. I'm gonna take the belt regardless. We have plenty of inserters. I'm gonna grab this and gonna grab this. I'm gonna let a bit of belt gather there. I'm probably gonna pick it up as well because our stone patch is slowly but surely running out. With military science, we're gonna have even more consumption, so I want to tap into this patch as well and bring a fresh supply of stone into our base. But before doing any of that, I do believe that I have a place around here where I have red circuits, steel and brick. So red circuits go out through here. Well, I am gonna do something extremely ugly. Please do not judge me too hard for this. But this is what's gonna happen. This is gonna grab from here. We're gonna get an underground belt here, and we're gonna have a red inserter here, and we're gonna have another one. I think this is gonna work. So let's try to power everything up. I'm gonna use the larger poles here. So this needs to craft electric furnaces. And we're gonna move this inserter just off by one. Try to keep it somehow concentrated, and I will want to get this. 3 stacks should be more than enough. It will be a bit of a strain on our production, but it's gonna make us a bit less dependent on belting coal everywhere. We'll still need coal, but we just won't have to belt it. And I do want to start building another smelting array up here. And it's also gonna make the setup way easier, so there's that. Yeah, our stone supply is already extremely low, and the next thing that I'm gonna do is gonna make it even worse, if possible. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna do this. This is gonna output into a chest, and this is gonna produce landfill. And I don't want to overproduce this. I think like 500 should be enough. So full disclaimer, I did play a bit in advance, and basically if we take a look at our current situation, we have this is the only iron ore patch that we have that we haven't tapped yet, and this patch is slowly but surely running out, and the next patch is gonna be somewhere around here, and we will need to be able to cross this lake in order to get resources back home. And we're probably gonna be doing some sort of train system, so that's why we are building this landfill here. And I will be doing a couple of other things in the near future, like I'll need to drag an iron belt down to my oil processing, because we do need that to get sulfuric acid, but that's all in due time. For now, let's look at expanding production here. So that's good. Let's see. I hate when that happens. So if we fully expand, how many miners do we have? 42. That's not enough. Let's try to fully expand this side as well. I'm not gonna place that miner. Did we pass 60? No, we haven't passed 60 yet. So I will just add a few more here. This is gonna side load onto that belt. Plenty of ammo there. And this should actually give us 2 full belts of coal. Now this is gonna stop our coal belt for just a second, hopefully not too long. We're gonna do it like this. So we're gonna prioritize input and output like this. And I want to prioritize center here. Center input and output on the lower one, and for this one I want it to behave the same. So I want to prioritize the miners in the center lane always, so that we get this is the denser patch of the ore patch. So if this is mining continuously and the top and the bottom are not, that means that they're gonna hopefully dry up at a similar pace. And again, we're prioritizing the bottom one first, because this is still more towards the center. This is at the very top. So this should give us 2 full lanes of ore. I really hope I can craft a few more poles. Let's see, one like this. And I'm gonna go left here. And we are at the stone patch. So let's see how we can place down about 30 miners here. We have 17. I'm gonna tap on the bottom of the resource patch. Let's drag first the power poles, make sure that they properly fit. This one is too small. We're not gonna have that one. But I believe that we should be... Okay, we do not need the power poles on the bottom half of the row. We do, however, need some power poles up here. And one more power pole here. This is 32 miners. Perfect. Now, biters spawn based on something called evolution factor, and if we actually go to the console by pressing the tilde key and type /evolution, we're gonna see that we're at a factor of 3.2, which means that we are in medium biter territory and we're getting dangerously close to big biter territory. I believe the medium biters appear at about 42 or 45% evolution. We do see we have quite a few new researches here. So first of all, let's set up I think one last pillbox. We will want to open our defenses very soon, as biters might actually be coming very close to us, expansions and whatnot, and if we don't catch an expansion in time, we'll probably end up getting our bases destroyed. So, research. Do we need anything else? A weapon shooting speed. Let's see, what else do we have? So, right now we have a decent amount of all sciences. Does military give us anything that we desperately need? I don't think we need anything from here necessarily. We cannot research this one. That would be a very nice thing to research though. So we'll definitely need yellow and purple science. I am gonna be doing trains very soon. So let's add the train braking speed to our research queue. And yeah, we need laser turrets. That's for sure. So part of the I'm gonna move this belt over here. Part of the plan for the next episodes is to actually get the next level of offensive and defensive capabilities, and that includes setting up rockets, so explosives, setting up laser turrets, and that means batteries primarily, and also getting things like cliff explosives and whatnot, so that we can more easily clean up biter nests. Because going with grenades into medium and big worms specifically is not something I'm very keen on. So coal is gonna go up that way. Sorry, stone is gonna go up that way. Coal is gonna... I'm actually gonna merge coal over here. Let's go. No, we do not want to fully interrupt our coal distribution. I am out of gears, so I'll need to grab a few more. Okay, this is better. Again, we're gonna prioritize the bottom side of the belt, but this should at least give us um, a full belt of coal. Let's get rid of all the excess. Well, maybe not all the excess. I'll still need some for my car. We are getting quite a bit of landfill there. Oh, before I totally forget, let's drag the stone belt. And we are gonna get a stone belt in, but we're still gonna prioritize input on the left. As you can see right now, that input on the left is basically nothing. I will, however, decommission the wall factory there. If we ever need walls, we can always go to the military science and grab a few more walls. So I did say in the last episode that we're gonna be looking at tapping into this copper ore patch, but because copper ore is quite low, but if we do that, I've just looked at our iron ore patch in between episodes, and this is very small. We have already more miners dead here. We're basically barely producing over a one yellow belt, so the red belt here is just a dream. And our iron situation is, I think, more dire than our coal situation. But in order to be able to fully expand, we need to set up two more things. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna squeeze a belt of iron through here. Gonna try to go along this path. While I'm here, I'm just gonna resupply. Few more undergrounds, yes please. Mining drills I don't necessarily need. I have that, I have inserters. I'm probably missing something quite obvious, but I'll realize it at a later point in time, as one does. But what I'm also gonna do is set up an intermediate factory here. Let's get... Sorry, not like that. Like this. So I'm setting up some rails as well, because we are gonna be going after the iron ore patch that I was mentioning earlier, and we will need a few rails for that. Like, we don't need a massive supply of rails. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. And this should take care of most things. Now I will set up another chest here and give it all the steel that I currently have. Plus another 600 and keep 200 for me, because you never know when we might need to craft something. Now this is way too many rails already. We're never gonna use this many. Let's see, I want to get the iron belt, I think, through here, so we're gonna look at doing it over here and over here, and face it the right way. Turn here. We're obviously not gonna use it like this. This belt is gonna be repurposed. And I only have like 5 labs. I want to have more labs. Chemical plants, sorry. laser turrets are done. So laser turrets unlocks, well, laser turret, which is a very effective weapon once a few upgrades are completed for it. It requires batteries, it requires a lot of steel, a lot of electronic circuits, but it only requires electricity to shoot, which means we don't need to provide ammo and we don't need to constantly resupply ammo as long as we have a decent power plant, which is partially another reason why we expanded the coal production. We will need to get another power plant up and running. But because we have laser turrets now, we do need to start researching energy weapon damage and laser shooting speed. And we're gonna research as much as we can out of this technology. Those upgrades are really important for lasers to be effective. Let's gather all of the miners. I want to see, I want to have a good approximation of how much we can still get out of this patch. And quickly gonna destroy my base. Sorry, I meant to say clear up this area. And destroy my base in the process. So this pipe is gonna be in the way, for sure. I'm gonna pick up some of these pipes and I don't want to pick them up damaged. But let's see, where's a good place to get this belt through? I will do it through here for now. We know that at least it's not gonna be in the way of anything. So let's get a regular belt and remove this pipe. I don't know if we have enough pipe to actually complete the build. That's probably one of the things that I was missing and didn't realize. But anyway, next thing on the menu is actually ramping up sulfuric acid production. And I want to add maybe just another 4. I think that should be enough for now. And I'm adding this because we're gonna be setting up 2 things that are gonna require quite a bit of sulfur. Let's do side loading here. So I was mentioning that the first thing that I want to set up is sulfuric acid, and I actually want to get that on the main bus. And the second thing that we need to set up, I've just crafted a rocket launcher and I will want to have rockets as well. It's gonna make pushing enemy bases a bit easier. For that we need explosives, iron plates and electronic circuits, but explosives are gonna be the main thing that we're gonna be looking after. And explosives, if we look at the recipe here, require coal, sulfur and water. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is actually do a bit of an, I'm gonna call it ad hoc build here. This is gonna be sulfuric acid. We're gonna get in water. We already have iron plates at our disposal here. And we have some sulfur here. So we have a hybrid lane here. Managed to squeak that through. We're gonna have a... Where's my pipes? Pipes here. And this is actually gonna conflict, so let's move it 1 tile down. And do a underground here because we will need to do something like this. So water is in. As long as as we can deliver power, and that is just outside of the reach of the power pole. Oh, we have an attack here. And this was quite a big attack. I'm assuming that that's an expansion party. Yeah, there's an enemy base right here that we'll need to go and take care of. So this should give us sulfuric acid. And I believe that this should be a free lane. This should allow us to just take this and take it on the boss. And while we're here, the second bit that I want to build is yeah, I believe 2 down should be enough, is explosives. Now, explosives have a pretty long crafting time, so I'm gonna make a few of these. And we need to have a mixed belt of sulfur and coal. Now, let's build 8 of these. Yeah, I think 8 should be a decent number. So we want to have like this. We're gonna have a lane going through here. We're gonna have fast inserters. Do we need fast inserters? No, we do not need fast inserters. We need regular inserters. We're gonna have our nice output belt. Drag power poles. We need to get more lights as well. And let's say we're gonna duplicate this 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. Now, we have interrupted power supply here, but that's just temporary. Place everything down as fast as I can. I don't think we have enough undergrounds for this to complete it, but we'll probably craft a few more. Oh no, we actually have barely enough. And let's get resources in. Water is first, and then sulfur and coal. I'm gonna remove that one for now. Let's do a belt here, and let's get another belt here. These are gonna merge, and this is gonna give me sulfur and coal combination. And the reason why we've crafted all of those there was another attack. I'm gonna assume that the attack was in the same place. We didn't get damaged, so that's good. Let's get some of this going. So for this we need, that's why we have a belt of iron here as well. And we are gonna do a mixture of inserting from the belt and inserting from a chest. So we're gonna have this as an input chest and this, the bottom one, as an output chest. And with this we should be fully supplying everything. I'm gonna give all the circuits that I have. So while that's happening, I will quickly go and collect a few things that I'm missing. What happened here? Are we running out of power? We shouldn't be running out of power. Oh, I know what happened here. This is when we had the power pole disconnected. Did I limit that? No, I haven't limited, and I will, but in the meantime, I want to get just a few more undergrounds. And I think that's plenty. What else did I need to get? I wanted to collect as many. This is not much, but it will do for now. As many electronic circuits as possible. Maybe have a few more iron gears with me. Yeah, the main thing that I wanted to come back for was be able to give them, let's say, 200 electronic circuits. That means we're gonna, or 400, that means we're gonna be able to do 400 rockets, which is good enough for now. It will be enough to push some of the smaller bases, at least. Some more miners have run out. And let's take sulfuric acid back to the main boss. Now, while I'm here, I'm also gonna do just one more thing, and that is I'm also gonna get another fluid, or for now the only other fluid that we need on the boss. And I don't want to do that straight from the tank. Yeah, let's do it like this. Can I craft one more chemical plant? No, because I'm out of electronic circuits. Doesn't really matter. Okay, I think I need to research a few more technologies. Oh, never mind. I'm just blind. I'm definitely just blind. So we want to get lubricant up and running. Lubricant is a very simple recipe, very fast recipe. We don't need to produce a lot of it. It's just heavy oil turns into lubricant. 1 second crafting time, and that's basically it. And we're gonna be looking at getting this on the main boss. Okay, that's gonna be a small problem. So the main boss, we do have this lane which already has stone on it. We'll need coal on this. I will keep these other 6 lanes as a buffer, so that means we'll run these 4 lanes here as a fluid lane. But yeah, I will stagger them like this. And get them all the way down here. So I am going to let me see how I want to do this. Let's get a bit more room. Yeah. So it's just gonna be a side step here. I needed to spread them apart because pipes cannot touch each other. So this should give us lubricant and sulfuric acid on the boss. And the reason why we need these two is quite simple. Let me just get rid of the rocks here. So, lubricant is required for electric engines, and sulfuric acid is required for processing units, both of which are crucial in... Okay, and we're already out of pipe. In the next thing that we want to put on the bus, which is processing units. These are used for a lot of things, but primarily to be able to get us the power armor. And electric engines, same story, we need them for power armor. Now, electric engines we need for one other thing as well, and that is... I think it's in the intermediate products, yeah. Flying robot frame. Now this will require one electric engine, and flying robot frame is the main ingredient for construction robots. Construction robots we're gonna use in conjunction with the power armor to be able to start automating builds and, well, basically start placing things faster on the map. Now, I think this is a great time to end our episode. We did accomplish quite a few things. Here we've expanded our coal and stone production. We now have sulfuric acid and lubricant on the bus, and we have explosives, which in turn should give us a nice output of rockets. Now, rockets take quite a bit of time to craft, so it will be a while until we actually see these circuits drain, but that's okay. And yeah, let's cut this episode here for now. In the next episode, even though our resource supply is dwindling and we can see both stone and copper having the same issue, we will look at setting up batteries. Sulfuric acid is another requirement for batteries as well. And again, we have the recipe over here. So we're gonna set up batteries, we're gonna kick off laser turret production, and we're gonna kick off also blue circuit production, after which we should be well equipped to start going after the pushing some of the bases that we still have around here, and then going after the copper patch and going after the iron patch. In the meantime, if we look at our temporary build here, we see that we already have 150 electric furnaces. We will need to ramp up our power production because electric furnaces are gonna drain quite a bit of power. I don't remember the actual number, but it is a whopping 186. Do that times 40. That is about 20 megawatts of power per smelting array, because they do have the same speed as the steel furnace. So we'll probably look at placing down another power plant, and all of that for the next episode though. Until then, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I wish you all a great day and see you here next time.